Hello traders, welcome to the 5% Traders Academy and welcome to this 1 week free class on forex trading. I still remain your coach Jeremiah Onwakeze. Before we begin today's class, I would like you guys to kindly subscribe to this channel and also hit the like button. So guys, please do that for me. Just hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button for this video. Alright guys, if you've done that, let's head over to the chat and begin today's topic. In today's class, I'll be talking about wedges. wedges. Okay guys, I wanted to end the 1 week practical class on forex trading at our previous topic, that is double top and double bottom. But then I said let me introduce this to the class. This is actually I wanted to add this topic. Yes, I wanted to keep this topic to myself, or this knowledge to myself, but I said if this can help you guys, then let me share it with you all. Okay, so guys, I want you to please pay close attention to all I'll be saying in this video class. Remember I said you all should have a book where you jot your the things you learn in the class. Okay, so if you have that, then you should jot a lot of things from this video class, because I'll be sharing a lot of things that will really help you kickstart your trading journey. Okay guys, so what we've been discussing for the past few days is how to identify the end of the retracements. Remember I said something guys, that as a trader, the first thing for you to do is to identify the trend, and after you identify the trend, the next thing for you to do is to wait for the retracement to happen, and also to identify the end of the retracement. So the duty of every trader is to know when the market is done retracing, and I believe I taught you guys on how to use double top and double bottom to identify the end of the retracement. So in this video class, I'll be teaching you a more advanced strategy on how to identify the end of the retracement, and that is the rising wedge and the falling wedge. So there are two type of wedges, or there are two type of wedge, whichever one, the rising wedge and the falling wedge. Now this is the rising wedge. You can see that it is actually ascending, it's actually going up, and this is the falling wedge. Okay guys, so I will just quickly explain the concept. I'll try my best to make sure this video class isn't long at all. So I'll quickly explain the concept of this thing you guys are seeing here, so that it will be easy for you to understand when we move over to the chart. Okay, so guys, I said something that um if the market is trending, the market don't just go. If for example, if the market is trending downwards, the market don't just fall that way. The market make a low, make high, make low, make high. Um the market makes an impulse movement, a retracement movement. You can see this is an impulse movement, a retracement movement, impulse movement, retracement movement, impulse movement, and the market is just simply making another retracement. So guys, I'll be teaching you on how to use the rising wedge and the falling wedge to identify the end of the retracement. Okay, so each time the market is retracing, I want you to pay close attention to this. Majority of the time when the market is retracing, you would always find this pattern. You always find this rising wedge and in the falling wedge. Now in a downtrend, in a downtrend and when the market is making a retracement, you look for your rising wedge. It is through this rising wedge you will be able to identify when the market is done retracing, so that you can pick your sell. Remember I said if the market is in a downtrend, all you should be looking for is a sell, right? So whenever the market is in a downtrend and the market is retracing, always watch out for this rising wedge. It is through this rising wedge you will know when the market is done retracing. And whenever the market is in an uptrend, watch out for this falling wedge. It is through this falling wedge you will use to know when the market is done retracing and the market is about to continue to go up. Okay guys, so these lines you are seeing inside, these up and down lines you are seeing inside, is just simply the candlestick. It's just simply the candlestick. The market will just keep going up, down here, up, down here, until it breaks below the falling wedge. So guys, when you would pick your sell, I want you guys to pay close attention. When you will pick your sell in a rising wedge, how to trade the rising wedge is that you must wait for price to break below the rising wedge, below this line right here. Some people call it the support line, some people call here the resistance line. So you wait for a candlestick to break and close below this line, below this line. Immediately price closes below the line, you can pick in your sell trade. When price close below the line, it means that the market is done retracing and the market want to continue to go downwards. Same applicable to this falling wedge. You have to wait for price to close above this trend line, and immediately price closes above the trend line, you pick in your buy trade, because it means that the market is about to go up. So guys, one more thing, when you pick in your sell trade right here, your target is usually the previous low, the previous low of the market, the previous low of the market. I will explain more of this when we move over to the chart. So guys, let's just move over to the chart. When we move over to the chart, it will be much more clearer. So I'll be using GBP USD, and I'll also be using um BTC USD Bitcoin to explain the rising wedge and the falling wedge for you guys. Okay, so let us start from here. Guys. So I said the first thing, when you come over to your chart, the first thing for you to do is to identify the trend. So based on what we all are seeing here, we can see that BTC is actually bearish. It's in a downtrend, because you can see BTC continue to make lower high, lower high, lower high, and BTC continue to go down. So you can see guys, I said a trend, a market structure. Remember I said a market structure comprises of two things: the impulse movement and the retracement movement. So the retracement movement is when the market is going a little bit up in a downtrend. Okay, and I told you guys that whenever the market is retracing, you will majority of the time you will always identify the rising wedge. So guys, this is our retracement. The market is retracing, so you can see that um we connected. Okay, I wanted to say I skipped something, so let me come over here. I skipped something, so let me say that when you are trying to draw your rising wedge and your falling wedge, ensure that this your trend line, your support and resistance line connects at least 2 points in the market, connect at least two candlestick in the market. You can see that this my line connected this first one, second one, and third one. First one, second one, third one. First one, second one, third one. First one, second one, third one. So ensure that your trend line connects at least 2 points in the market. That is what makes it valid. You can't just draw line anyhow, or just draw line on one single candlestick. Ensure that it connects at least two candlestick, because that is what makes it valid. So over to BTC, right? So over to BTC, you can see how I connected my line. This is the first point, this is our second point, this is our third point. This is my first point and my second point. You can see how I connected the line to draw my rising wedge, and you can see this is just the market coming up, down, up, down, up, down, trapped inside this rising wedge. And I told you guys, immediately a candlestick breaks below the rising wedge and closes below the rising wedge, pick in your sell trade immediately and set your target at the previous low of the market. The previous low of the market is the last place the market got to before it started making its retracement. So this is where you'll be setting your take profit target, and immediately price breaks below your rising wedge is when you should pick in your trade. So the psychology of this rising wedge is just like price is trapped within inside this zone. Price is trapped. The price just keep on making higher low, trapped inside there, and immediately price breaks below it. It means that the retracement has come to an end and the market is about to continue to go downward. So let us check it out if it is true or not. So you can see that immediately price broke below the rising wedge. You can see how the market kept on going down, kept on going down, and you can see how far the market went down. So it is true, guys. Trust me, guys. If you can master this stuff, rising wedge and falling wedge, it can really skyrocket your trading career. It can really help your trading for good. Okay, so we can see again that BTC is still on a downtrend. So we can see this is a retracement that happened. You can see that the market, you can see how I connected my lines together. You can see how I connected my lines together to form my rising wedge, and you can see how the market is trapped inside here. The market just kept on moving up, down, up, down, up, down. So this is just the retracement. The market, overall direction of this market is downwards, but the market is retracing. So and remember what I said, immediately price breaks below your rising wedge, it means that the market is done retracing, and all you have to do is to pick in your sell trade because the market will move downwards. And as you can see, immediately there is a break below the rising wedge. You can see how market fell down aggressively. So guys, this is how profitable this trading strategy can be. Okay, let me see if I have other example. Okay, no other example here. So let's just I identified so many examples. So let's just see. Okay, okay, okay. So guys, we can see firstly that BTC is in a downtrend. Previously, BTC was going up, but later BTC switched to a downtrend. BTC started moving downwards. Okay, and you can see that we've identified our trend downwards, downtrend in bearish market, right? And we can see that the market is making a retracement here. You can see how I connected my line. This is the first line, this is the second line, this is my lines right here that I connected. So you can see that, you can see how the market broke below the rising wedge. And I told you guys that when market breaks below the rising wedge, it means that the retracement is complete. The retracement has come to an end and the market is about to continue to move in the direction of the trend, and the direction of this trend is a downward trend. So we can see how far BTC fell. You can see immediately price broke below the downtrend. You can see how aggressively the market fell down. So this is it, guys. This is it, guys. We can also see that BTC is still in a downtrend, and if I should continue, you will see how I also identified my rising wedge. You can see that the market just kept on making this higher low, trapped in this rising wedge. And as you can see, immediately price breaks below the rising wedge. You can see how the market fell down. You can see how the market fell down to this point. So guys, this is how the rising wedge works. When the market is in a downtrend, you look for your rising wedge, not your falling wedge. Your rising wedge. The falling wedge, you only look for your falling wedge in an uptrend. So let's just check out examples of falling wedge in an uptrend. So guys, you can see that basically BTC is in a downtrend. Okay, basically BTC is in a downtrend, but if we should continue the chart, you will see that BTC later switched up to an uptrend. You can see BTC switched up to an uptrend. So guys, we know now that BTC is currently in an uptrend. Okay, so BTC is in an uptrend, and we can see our retracement. This is our retracement right here, and this is our falling wedge. This is our falling wedge, and this is a candlestick that broke above the falling wedge. So immediately price breaks above the falling wedge, and price and the candlestick closes above the falling wedge. All you have to do is to pick in your buy trade, and as you can see how high BTC went up after price closed above the falling wedge. So guys, this is how the rising wedge and the falling wedge works. The first thing you have to do is to identify your trend. Secondly, watch out for your retracement. Watch out for your retracement. Observe how the market is retracing during the process and during the course of the retracement. Identify your rising wedge and your falling wedge, and just wait for price to break above it and pick in your trade, guys. So this is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. I don't think there are any more examples on BTC. Okay, I don't think there are any more examples on BTC. So let's just look at GBP USD to see if I actually mapped out any example there. Okay, so let's just watch out. Let's just see. Okay, yes, I did. Okay guys, so you can see that basically, if I'm to ask you guys now, is a very simple question. If I should ask you guys what's the direction of GBP USD now, what will you tell me? Obviously the market is downtrend, the market is bearish. You can see the market has been falling for couple of hours. Okay, so after identifying your trend, I watch out for your retracement. You can see that the market moving up is just simply making a retracement. If I remove my lines, you will see that this little upward movement is just the retracement. The market is just simply retracing, because we all know the market is a downtrend. The market is a downtrend. Okay, and you can see how I connected my lines to form my rising wedge, and as you can see, immediately price broke below the rising wedge. This is the candlestick right here that closed below the rising wedge. You can see how aggressively the market went down. So guys, this is how the rising wedge and the falling wedge works. You can also see right here, you can see firstly GBP USD is in a downtrend. You can see the market is just making a little retracement, and during the process of the retracement, I was able to identify my rising wedge. All I have to do is just to wait for price to close. This is a candlestick, or you can choose this candlestick that breaks and closes below the rising wedge, and all I have to just do is to pick in my sell, and you can see how aggressively the market went down. So guys, this is basically how the rising wedge and the falling wedge works. Okay, so guys, I have come to the end of this video class, but before I round up, we'll be having one more class tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll not necessarily do any practical stuff. We get to ask ourselves questions, and I'll be giving you guys trading advice and how to, you know, how to scale, how to become profitable as you begin your trading journey. Okay guys, and I'll also be sharing my story about my struggle when I started in forex trading, and also how I overcame. Okay, so guys, before I end this video, I'll be giving an assignment. Yes, I'll be giving an assignment. Okay, so I want you guys to analyze three different currency pairs of your choice, and for each currency pair, I want you to identify two rising wedge and two falling wedge and send all the screenshots to me. Now guys, I am expecting 12 screenshots. Now let me explain further with the assignment. For example, the currency pair you pick is GBP USD. Please guys, don't give me the examples that I used in this video class as your assignment. Take your time, analyze the market, and when you analyze the market, send me your assignment. Okay, send me your assignment. So this is how I want the assignment to be. For example, you picked GBP USD as one of the pair out of one of the three pairs. Okay, analyze GBP USD, identify your rising wedge two times. Okay, identify your rising wedge when identify your rising wedge two times. Send me a screenshot of your first rising wedge, send me a screenshot of also your second rising wedge. Also in the same currency pair GBP USD, identify your falling wedge twice. Okay, identify your falling wedge twice and send me a screenshot of them. So in a currency pair you are to send me four screenshots. Okay, in a currency pair you are to send me two screenshots of a falling wedge and two screenshots of a rising wedge. So I need four screenshots of where the rising wedge and the falling wedge played out in each currency pair. So do that on the three currency pair of your choice. So I'll be expecting four screenshots on the three currency pair. So you'll be sending me four screenshots on one currency pair, four screenshots on the second currency pair, that is eight now, and four screenshots on your third currency pair, that is altogether I am expecting 12 screenshots if I am not mistaken. Okay guys, so this is the assignment. Please guys, like I said, I do advise my students, take out time, even though it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, to analyze the market and grow. Trust me guys, that is how I grew. Okay, that is how, yes, that is how I did, and I was able to grow. I told you guys, while I was in the university, I do take an hour every day. I mapped out an hour every day in my timetable to just analyze the market, not to trade, not to make money, not to make profits, but just to analyze the market to grow and become better. So that is my advice to you guys. At least start with 20 minutes, start with 30 minutes, analyze the market, and get better in trading. Trust me guys, if you can master forex trading, you can make huge amount of money. You can make serious money in forex trading. So guys, I'll be stopping here in the video class. If you find it confusing, try to watch the video class over and over again. And if you still find it confusing, the question and answer group chat is open anytime, so you just get to ask your questions and I'll provide answers to that. Okay, bye for now guys.